Hello, football fans. Fasten your seatbelts and maybe grab a caipirinha because the 2024 NFL season is about to take off with a bang. This year, the NFL is breaking new ground literally as the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers clash in the first ever regular season NFL game held in Brazil. And yes, you heard that right. American football is about to samba its way into South America. On Friday, September 6th, Corinthians Arena in Sao Paulo will trade soccer balls for pigskins as these two legendary franchises go head-to-head. Forget Carnival, this is the real party, and it's got helmets, touchdowns, and probably a few questionable dance moves in the end zone. The Philadelphia Eagles are ready to dazzle this season, with quarterback Jalen Hurts leading the charge and with star receivers A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith catching everything in sight. Meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers are making waves with new QB Jordan Love and aiming to prove they can thrive effortlessly. Watch out for Christian Watson lighting up the field, while Kenny Clark and Jair Alexander plan to put the brakes on the Eagles. Don't miss David Bakhtiari, who's protecting his QB like a top-notch bouncer. Ready for some juicy rivalry stats? The Packers vs. Eagles showdown has happened 46 times, including 3 postseason games, and guess what? The Green Bay Packers, the youngest team in the NFL, are leading the charge with 28 wins. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles are still in the game with 18 wins. But hold on to your seats because we're diving into the last 5 years of these epic battles. Back in 2019, the Eagles and Packers had a nail-biter of a game, with the Eagles winning 34-27. Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders ran wild, racking up over 150 yards, while Carson Wentz threw 3 touchdown passes like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. Nigel Bradham swooped in with a late interception, stopping Aaron Rodgers from pulling off a last-minute miracle. Fast forward to 2020, and the Packers flipped the script with a 30-16 win. Aaron Rodgers threw for 295 yards and 3 touchdowns, including his 400th career TD. Talk about hitting a milestone in style. Meanwhile, Davante Adams played catch me if you can, leading the Packers with 121 yards and 2 scores. The Eagles had a bit of a scramble, with rookie Jalen Hurts taking over for Carson Wentz. The 2022 showdown saw the Eagles win a shootout 40-33. Jalen Hurts went on a rushing spree, setting a franchise record with 157 yards, basically turning into a one-man highlight reel. Let's talk about the players who will have a significant impact this season. First up, we have Jalen Hurts, the quarterback who's a true dual-threat dynamo. Next, meet A.J. Brown, our top-tier wide receiver who catches passes like they're thrown by a pro. His route-running skills are so precise, defenders might need a GPS to keep up with him. Then, there's Devonta Smith, the speedster who makes defenders look like they're stuck in quicksand. Even though he's the second receiver next to A.J. Brown, he just scored a $25 million contract. Talk about hitting the jackpot. Moving on to Bryce Huff, the pass rusher who's a human wrecking ball on the defensive line. With a career high of 10 sacks last season, he's got big shoes to fill. And last but definitely not least, we have Saquon Barkley, the veteran running back who stepped in to keep the offense charging ahead. Saquon's here to show he's the reliable powerhouse this team needs. For the Packers, we've got Michael Pratt, the rookie quarterback with a cannon for an arm. He's here to back up Jordan Love and bring some serious firepower. Last season, he nailed those deep throws, earning an impressive 88.5 PFF grade, and he's ready to make an impact. Just watch out for those long bombs. Next, let's talk about Edgerrin Cooper, the linebacker with all the right moves. At 6'4", he's got the length and athleticism to make every play count. Moving on to Christian Watson, the wide receiver who's a big play machine. Watson's back in Green Bay and ready to dazzle with his speed and catching ability. Despite missing some games, he was second in points per reception and top 10 in end zone targets. Next up, we've got Travis Glover, the offensive tackle who's as tall as he is tough, standing at 6'6", with arms long enough to high-five from across the field. After a standout final season with Georgia State, he's ready to protect the quarterback and pave the way for big gains. And finally, Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle who's a powerhouse on the line. With his brute strength and agility, he anchors the defense and makes life tough for opposing offenses. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned as the 2024 NFL season continues to serve up incredible moments, intense rivalries, and the kind of excitement that makes even the calmest fan spill their popcorn.